One scorching afternoon, under the blazing sun, a little ant was desperately searching for water. Her tiny legs carried her across the dry, cracked earth as she scoured every corner for even a single drop. After what seemed like an eternity, she finally spotted a glistening spring in the distance. A wave of relief washed over her, but reaching the water was no easy task. A tall, slender blade of grass stood in her way, and she had to climb it to reach the refreshing spring below. Determined, she began her ascent, gripping tightly with her delicate legs. Just as she was halfway up, a sudden gust of wind shook the grass, making her lose her balance. With a tiny gasp, she tumbled down, landing straight into the rushing water. The current was stronger than she had expected. The tiny ant struggled, her legs flailing, as the water threatened to pull her under. She gasped for air, but her strength was fading. High above, perched on the branch of a leafy tree, a dove was watching. She noticed the struggling ant and knew she had to act quickly. With a swift motion, the dove plucked a fresh green leaf and dropped it into the water right beside the ant. The ant, exhausted but hopeful, paddled toward the leaf and clung to it for dear life. The gentle current carried the leaf toward the shore, and as soon as it reached solid ground, the ant scrambled off, breathing heavily but safe at last. The ant looked up at the dove with gratitude, her tiny heart filled with warmth. She knew she would never forget this act of kindness. Just as she was about to leave, a rustling sound caught her attention. A hunter was creeping through the bushes, his sharp eyes locked on the unsuspecting dove. In his hands, he held a large net, preparing to cast it over the bird. The ant's eyes widened in alarm. She had to act fast. Without a moment's hesitation, she scurried across the grass, climbed up the hunter's boot, and sank her tiny but sharp jaws into his heel. "Ouch!" the hunter yelped, instinctively dropping his net. The sudden noise startled the dove, who immediately flapped her wings and soared into the sky, escaping just in time. From above, she spotted the little ant waving her antennae and understood what had happened. She cooed softly in thanks before disappearing into the vast blue sky. The ant smiled to herself, feeling a sense of joy. She had returned the dove's kindness in her own small way. Moral of the story: one good turn deserves another.